G'day everyone, it's Justin and
Scott.
Two dads again from Brum, Australia. And I know you guys have been asking for this one, so today we're coming to you from the 2019 Kia Cerato GT. Now mate, following on from our review of the Hyundai i30 N-Line,
Yes.
we noticed a lot of people are actually contacting us and asking, can we have a look at, I guess, the cousin of the i30 N-Line, which is this car. This is the Kia Cerato GT. We've got it in sedan version today. It comes in two versions, sedan and hatch. Pretty much mechanically identical to the i30 N-Line.
Okay.
So we've got a 1.6 turbo 4-cylinder, 150 kilowatts at 6,000 RPM, 265 Newton meters between 1,500 to 4,500 RPM, so pretty low in the rev range. The Kia comes with a 7-speed dual clutch transmission only. That actually gives it some fairly good fuel economy, 6.8 litres per 100 Ks in the combined cycle there. Price at the moment, 31,990 drive away. So it puts it in between the different models that the i30 N-Line has, doesn't it?
Yep. So that's a big part of the story, right? Price.
Yeah,
it's pretty
big
sharp.
thing.
Yep.
Now, I guess being mechanically identical, you'd expect these things to drive pretty much the same, wouldn't you? But I've had it during the week. You've had it during the week.
Yes.
Well, get your impressions first. What do you think?
A fairly complete package, I've got to say. Like on the whole, it's a pretty impressive car from the size of it. Well, I'm going to start from the outside, right? Because that's first impressions, right? Let me
walk up. To the car.
Absolutely, the walk-up value of this car is pretty impressive. It is striking, right?
Yeah.
So it may not be for everyone, but it's a real looker, right? A real head turner. We've got it today in this. Yeah, it's a baby Stinger. Yeah, absolutely. And the Stinger, when it drives down the street, still turns my head every time.
Yeah.
So a lot to love from the outside. The oval exhaust at the back, the black shiny diffuser. You know, every angle of this car has got a lot of detail.
Yeah.
Bonnet, everything, right? So very impressed. And I think we've got it in the sunset orange or the orange car, whatever colour it is at the moment.
Yeah,
it's again pretty striking, and that comes with the GT, which again, a few people have commented on the colour today, this week when I've been driving it around. So it's quite impressive. So outside, yeah, I'm pretty impressed, to be honest. Yeah. Then you get inside. Straight away, I sort of saw this flat bottom steering wheel, and call out to Matt, who loves his steering wheel, right? So he would be he'd be quite impressed by this. We were talking about that earlier. And there's a lot happening in this cabin. Yeah, and it's quite impressive as you get into it.
Yep.
Quite dark. Maybe that sort of gives it a bit of a classy feel.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. I mean, they've gone kind of Euro sporty, haven't they? I noticed, like when you walk in, like the dark roof lining.
Yes.
I mean, most cars have the beige lining and all that kind of stuff, so it lightens up the cabin. But this, they've gone pretty dark on it, which is good.
Yeah.
So,
Yep, and I suppose for the most part it's good. The seats are really comfortable and supportive. Very impressed.
Sports leather seats. I mean, I will talk on about how much you get in this car.
Yeah, we can talk about that in a minute. Yeah. And then just a bit of hard plastics would be my only disappointment. But we are talking about a car that's built to a price point circa 32k, right?
Yeah.
So, but there is a lot to like in this inside.
Yeah.
Driving. Yes, so quite impressed by transmission. Engine seems more than capable for this sort of car, so been very impressed.
Yep.
Steering's really good around town. I just found when I started to get up into speeds, sort of just over 90 k's an hour, it just gets a bit light for me.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
So
it is speed dependent steering as well. Like the power steering is speed dependent. So
some of these things are personal preference sometimes. But if you are going to be using this on the open road a lot more, I would just say maybe as part of the test drive, make sure you get it up to 90, 100 k's an hour and make sure you're happy with that.
Yeah.
On the whole, but a very nice car to drive day to day, very capable for around the city. I think it was very good.
Well, if I remember back when we drove the i30 N-Line, one of my little pet hates about that car was Even though like both cars, I guess, have been tuned for Australian driving conditions by Australian Kia and Hyundai engineers and things like that, right?
Yes.
My thing about the i30N line was that it did feel to me a little too firm, and the dual clutch transmission in the i30N line, I didn't like it. It felt like it was hunting and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah. This car, I don't know what they've done. Mechanically identical, but ride quality is much better.
Yes.
This thing, the dual clutch transmission, when I jumped into it, like, you know, without reading the docs or anything like that, I actually thought it was an auto.
Yep.
It was that good. I thought, wow, this is just, you know, low speeds, everything was changing gears nicely, everything, and then dual clutch transmission. It's really good.
So
I don't know what they've done
in this one.
Well, yeah, maybe they've done some computer programming tuning or something for everything on the transmission, but it really does a good job. I think, yeah, it feels softer in terms of the ride than the i30N line, which I personally like because it absorbs the bumps a bit better around, you know, the rough Sydney roads and stuff like that.
Yes.
So for my commute into the city, between the two cars, I'd take this car.
And now you point that out, I agree with that actually. Yeah, definitely ride quality is better. Yep.
Okay. The other thing I noticed about this car too, compared to the i30N line, I guess, is safety. You know, one of the other things that we noticed in the i30N line was that there wasn't enough like recross traffic alert stuff and that. But for some reason, compared to the SR version of that car, they'd taken a few things out.
Yes.
This car has got everything. Like for 32 grand, you got you know, blind spot, recross traffic alert, lane keep assist, autonomous emergency braking. You've got the camera as well. Front and rear parking sensors with display. LED headlights front and rear. Adaptive cruise control.
That's a long
They've
list,
loaded
right?
this car up.
There's a whole stack of buttons over here.
Yep.
When I went through the setup and everything, the
Yep.
amount of safety stuff is crazy.
But
it's impressive.
It gets better. I mean, you know, like we mentioned, the seats and everything. Like they're two memory seats as well. Like, you know, two drivers can set up their own driving position on that Apple Android touchscreen there. The
Induction
GT
charging.
Well, yeah, induction charging.
Yep.
The 8-speaker JBL sound system, I noticed in the car, actually, yeah, you can tell the difference between, like, you know, for sound quality and that. So, you know, it was really good. DAB, rear vents in the back.
Yes.
Heated cooling seats, which I love.
Oh, really? Oh, we've never talked about that on the show before, how much you love them, mate. Yes.
Yep, so it's got all that stuff in there too. So, in terms of value for money, I think this has got it for the win, I think. I don't know. So,
I'm very, very impressed with just feature packed, right?
Yeah.
Safety and features are just incredible for the price point.
So in terms of family friendliness too, like, I mean, look, this one's a sedan. It does feel a bit bigger than the i30 hatchback.
Definitely does, yes.
So you sat in the back of it. I mean, yeah, I think it had plenty of room for your driving position.
Plenty of room.
didn't
I
it?
mean, my driving position's back, and then I sat in there at the back.
Yep.
So yes, it was more than enough.
Yep. The only negative I noticed, and I think you commented on this too, but it's got 4 modes, hasn't it? It's got like comfort, eco, smart, which just, you know, goes between those modes and gives you what the car thinks is the best mode to go in.
Yes.
And then you whack it into sport mode by pushing the transmission lever
Of course
across.
you do, because I don't know what those other modes are really.
Right.
You just use
Okay.
sport mode. Right?
All right. Here, prime
If you've got
example.
sport mode, why wouldn't you?
Sport mode. If you give it a little bit.
Oh, it's very noisy.
Can you guys hear that? It's an artificial sound. I don't like it.
Well, I was saying to you earlier.
Go up the hill here.
Yeah, okay. We'll give it some.
Yeah. Wow. I'm not real impressed with that noise, unfortunately, because it does sound artificial, doesn't it?
It does sound artificial.
Yeah.
And, you know, some people may like it. I don't have a problem with them putting it on the car, right? If they want to have that.
Yeah.
But I think you have to be able to turn it off if you
I'll
don't
turn it
want
off
it
for
all
you.
the
There you
time.
go.
Yeah, but I want to be in sports mode, and I can't be without that noise, that artificial noise coming through the cabin, which I don't like.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
So happy for them to have it, but you need to be able to turn it off through the settings, I think, is my view.
Yeah, okay. All right. X Factor? what are your thoughts on X Factor? Like you mentioned, like the body kit, it's got a GT body kit. The wheels, 18-inch wheels, which are really a cool design, I reckon.
Yeah, little red inserts in the middle and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah,
great.
I personally like. Yeah, I look back at this thing. I do. I like it. I really like the look of it. So, like I said, baby stinger.
We're talking about a conventional type sedan,
I know,
mid-level
I know.
sedan,
Yeah,
right? That actually has X Factor. I'm not quite
I know.
sure that you get
Yeah.
that very often, right?
And look, I'm not going to say it's like a hot hatched / sporty car either. Like it's not. It's probably like a lot of good sporty touches to it, but it's not a performance car.
No, it's just capable on the
Yeah,
road. I would
yeah.
describe as capable,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's more about the look
But the
and the feel and
styling is
styling.
really
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Like, yeah, especially in this colour too. Like, it does stand out. So, yeah, I like it. Do you like it?
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. It has
Okay.
X Factor.
In terms of value for money, again, Kia, I get a bit tired of talking about this, isn't it? 7-year unlimited K warranty, kind of best in the business. So,
It's so hard to go past, right, without someone coming up and asking what car would you recommend to people. You have to include that in the factor,
Yeah,
right? The
that's
servicing
right.
cost,
Yeah.
the 7-year warranty,
Cap price
and the amount of
servicing.
features in this car
Yeah.
always makes it
Like-
seems to make Kias very compelling option.
this would be cheap motoring, and for 32 grand, I think bloody good value for money. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, just want to put a big thank you to our friends at Kia Australia for the loan of the Cerato GT. Impressive car. I
Yes.
was impressed with it. Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely. Yeah. And I guess we'll see you next time.
Okay, thanks for watching, guys. See ya.
Bye.